All right, guys, we're here today playing Ultramarines versus Tyranids. Let's talk about my Ultramarine list. We have a tournament coming up, so I want to try to see if this list is viable. I got a couple units here that I am proxying, or at least they're not fully painted, so I'm going to see if they're good enough to warrant me going through that effort. But real quick, we'll go through the list. We have 2 patrols and a Supreme Command, so Gilliman is leading Supreme Command Warlord. In patrol number 1, we have a Primaris Chaplain on bike, souped up Master of Sanctity. We have a Captain on bike. He has a Stormbolter and a Lightning Claw, and we've given him a Relic Ultramarine of Vengeance Stormbolter, so he's got a little extra shooting. Got 1 unit of Infiltrators for the troops with the Helix. We have 2 Elites, 2 Victrix Guard, and then we have 2 Heavies, 1 unit of Grav Devastators, and 1 unit of Multi-Melta Devastators, and they have a drop pod. In the second patrol, we have Tigerius, trusty old Tigerius, 1 10-man unit of Intercessors with the auto bolt rifles, the assault ones, and we have Power Fist on the Sarge. We have a Primaris Apothecary, all juiced up. 1 unit of Suppressors for those pesky Dark Eldar. And then 1 unit of Hellblasters. We upgrade the Sarge with a Master Crafted. These are the Assault Hellblasters. So, lots of guns. So that's it. We'll go look at the Tyranids in this list and see what they have.
All right, here we are. We got the Tyranids. And this is going to be a Kronos Battalion single detachment. We're going to be led by a Neurthrope. That's going to be my Warlord. We're going to give up his Warlord trait so we can take a second Adaptive Physiology. We also going to have a Malanthrope. Those are my 2 HQ choices. Then my 3 troops, I got 1 unit of Gaunts with Devours, call them Devil Gaunts. Unit of 11, another unit of 11. I just had some extra points, so I threw an extra guy in there. A unit of Single Rippers. Moving on to the Elites, we got a unit of 5 Zoanthropes. We borrowed those from a different Hive fleet, but they're pitching in to help out. Got a Lictor here, got a second Lictor. Then we got 2 units of 6 Hive Guard. 6 with, these 6 have Impaler Cannons. These 6 are going to be standing in with Impaler Cannons. And then we've got the trusty Maliceptor. This guy's had a bad reputation for a long time, but he's a little bit better in 9th edition. Got some tasty rules. And then filling out the heavy support slots, we have a Tyrannifex with the Acid Spray, and then 2 Exocrines. So I'm going to give the Hive Guard the double Adaptive Physiology, so I'm spending a command point. So we're going to ignore AP 1 and 2 to shooting and combat, so make those guys a little more durable. And Thomas is bringing a lot of guns, so I figured I'll bring a lot of guns, and we'll see who can shoot the hardest. See you guys on the battlefield.
All right, we're here. We have the table set up. We've deployed. Let's take a quick look at the mission. We've rolled up Scorched Earth. This is a take and hold, so it's hold 1 for 5, 2 for 10. The mission secondary is Raise, so 6 for taking out one of my deployment objectives, 12 if you take out both. You basically have to do an action on it. Let's look at our secondaries. I'm playing against Price. I've chosen Oaths of Moment, Deploy Scramblers, and Linebreaker. That'll be an interesting choice. I'm not sure about Linebreaker. He's chosen Deploy Scramblers, Assassinate, and he went for Raise, so that's interesting as well. Him thinking he's going to get into my zone. Looking at the board, we're practicing for a tournament that will be coming up at the end of May. So that tournament has some Nova type L's in the center, 4 ruins, kind of smaller terrain set. So we try to match it as best we know how. It's very interesting. So we don't know who's going first yet. We haven't rolled that yet, but you can kind of see I'm trying to use this ruin to hide. Got Tigerius there, some characters. Spreading my army pretty far across. Bike Captain. I still have the drop pod and the suppressors in reserve. Over here on Price's side, he's got his castle. So we're playing castle on castle army. Just some little bugs hiding there. He wants to try to stop me from dropping pods in his zone from Linebreaker on the first turn. He's got all the guys surrounded by this bug, so he can turn off my strength. If he wants to make lower strength, make it hard for him to get shot. And he's in a forest, so he's -1 to hit. He also has the -1 bug here. So, yeah, that's interesting. So we are going to roll for the first turn, see if I have to redeploy, and then we'll get back to you after the first turn dust settles. All right, we're here at the top of turn 1. Ultramarines rolled a 6 to the 1, so they're definitely going first. I did do a redeploy. I'm down to 6 CP. I spent 1 CP for my intercessors to be in the tactical doctrine, so they're gonna have -1 AP this turn. And I redeployed. I moved my Hellblasters from this forest here to here. I moved the Victrix over here from this corner here, and then I moved my intercessors up from here, basically up as close as I could to the line. So then everyone ran up. He's -1 to hit already, so I don't care about him being -1 or me -1. I did get +1 to hit off on the Hellblasters, and I got +1 to wound off from my litanies on the intercessors. We'll see if that matters. I then dropped this pod right in the center here, so it can be 6 inches within the center, so it's going to get Oath of Moment. I did also run these Victrix Guard here so they can get it as well. And then we got these guys kind of really skirting the line here, trying to draw a line of sight to his fringes here, shoot some big bugs, kind of thin out the castle. He did pop his stratagem for his big bug there to make my guns all -1 damage. So we'll see if that matters. I did mark this big bug here for Oath of Moment, so I'm re-rolling all wounds. I hate that guy.
-1 strength.
-1 strength, yep, -1 strength on the guns from that big bug. And then these guys just kind of shuffled, and then they're deploying scramblers in my zone this turn. So that's all of the movement. I'm about to shoot the crap out of him. It was going to be him or me, so I'm glad it's me. Let's see what is left after I shoot. All right, the aftermath is real. Let's take a quick look. Where there once was a lot, there now is less. So we calculated up just over 700 points of bugs were destroyed. Brutal. I did spend a lot of CP, but obviously that's 700 points. That's a big chunk out of his change. So I've killed 1 unit of Hive Guard, killed 1 model out of the second squad, 2 models. I've wounded the big brain bug. I killed 2 big bugs, and I did a little bit of wounds over here, but that's pretty much it. But that's quite a bit. He's going to have some thinking to do on my guys. He did block me with the Chronos, so he made me roll 1d6 for my invulnerable save. I failed it with the reroll looking for a 5, so did not get that off, but I have Veil of Time. Got 6 up Feel No Pain on some of these guys, so or pretty much everyone with Feel No Pain. So we're all kind of buffed. He's got some tight angles. Who's he going to shoot at? I'm -1 to hit on the intercessors, so we'll see if they can survive what's coming back. All right, we're here at the bottom of turn 1. Price has shot as much as he could. I spent a lot of CP to save myself. A lot as in 1 for transhuman on some Hellblasters. He shot with Symbiostorm with his big plasma bug. He rolled so many 3s. I think out of like shooting twice with like, I don't know, 12 or 14 hits. He only rolled 4 wounds. He was forced to shoot him with the Hive Guard. And he was able to just pick him up with that shooting. He shot twice with that unit. And his second volley went into the Grav guys. He was able to kill 3 there. And then the brain bugs, they tried to smite. They did a little bit of wounds, but not really. And then now they charged in onto the multi-melters just to try to tie them up. Get the pod so they can't be shot back. I did 2 wounds to him. He did nothing to me. So that is it. Not a lot of damage. It's looking bleak for the Tyranids right now. A lot of my firepower is still left alive. The Hellblasters, they almost lived. That would have been really broken morale. But he did get them, so at least I have some work to do to kill those Hive Guard. But that's it for turn 1. Looking at the score sheet, I picked up the full 4 points on Oath of Moment. I deployed Scramblers. I did not get into zone for Linebreaker. He deployed Scramblers with one of his little bug squads. He did not assassinate any characters, and he has not raised an objective yet. So that's it. Let's go to top of turn 2, and we'll be back. All right, here we are at the top of turn 2. I have moved my guys up. It's Operation Shoot and Kill as much as we can. It's already looking bleak for Tyranids, so let's just shoot some more and see if we can't get him off the table this turn. It's going to be interesting if these guys can just hold the line here with Robot, but we're going to send some stuff in. I did move up and get +1 to hit and +1 to wound on the intercessors. They're going to try to make a charge after they shoot a lot. He did pop the power with the Maleceptor, so -1 strength on all my guns again. That's problematic. Bike Captain, he's just going to suicide himself, see if he can't kill some gaunts. We did pop deploy Scramblers here in the center squad with these Victrix. So there we go. Deploy scrambler's done. I want to charge there, but I need it. And then these suppressors dropped in the backfield here. They're just within 12 of Gilliman to get a reroll, so they can potentially shoot at those gaunts or that character if he gets exposed. So let's go to the shooting and we'll be back. All right, we're here at the end of the Ultramarine turn 2. You can see I've charged into the brain bugs. Wasn't able to kill them. 3 up invulnerable saves. He just made a bunch of saves. Over here, we fell back with the multi-meltas and everybody shot. And then I made a long charge onto these gaunts. But lo and behold, one pesky bug lives. He's auto-passing because he's within 12. And now he's going to go get scramblers and do something bad to me. I don't like it. I shot a lot of stuff, but that brain bug says I'm -1 to strength on all my guns, so it actually kept him alive. I was trying to get +1 to wound, but I forgot these pesky little guys were here because they're blue and they're camouflage, so I didn't get +1 to wound on him. I was wounding him with 6s, didn't do what I wanted to. I shot a few guns down here, but I really misplayed it because of the +1 to wound. And then he's alive, so he's really, I haven't really done anything to his firepower this turn. Over here, I shot and killed a bunch of gaunts, but there's still some alive, so I wasn't able to shoot and kill his big bug. I did push him off that objective, but that captain's out there on his own. So now we are going to his turn 2, see what he can do back to me. And he did block my my invulnerable save again. So Kronos attacking. I was in shadows. I rolled a 5. I needed a 6 on the dice. I did not get it, so he blocked me. So don't have the invulnerable save. He's going to shoot me with a lot of big guns. It's going to hurt a lot. All right, we're here at the bottom of Price's turn 2. A lot of psychics happened. He did a double super smite. He was able to do 6 wounds, kill 3 intercessors, and then smite for another 3 and kill another. He ran in and punched, killed 1 more, 5 guys. But I was able to stay alive. The chaplain made him leadership 10. I failed the morale, but then I re-rolled it because of Gilliman, and then I made it. So they are okay. He shot with his Hive Guard twice, and he shot Symbiostorm on this guy shooting twice. He shot at the multi-melta guys in the terrain. They survived with 1 multi-melta, and then he shot at the Grav guys with his second volley, trying to really get rid of them. He only killed 2, so both of those squads are still alive with 1 guy. I have an apothecary to bring him back. This lone bug that survived, unfortunately, he was able to move and then move again with the CP to not only steal my objective because he's OPSEC, but also do deploy scramblers in the center. What a jerk. So that was great for him. He decided to shoot all his guns, so he had no guns left to shoot the captain, but I made a mistake. I did put the captain right on the center, so he's able to just run those bugs up there and steal that objective from me. So that leaves us having 4 to 2 objectives. I have 2 objectives, so I'll score 2 points, or 2 objectives, so it'll give me 10 points on the primary going into the next round. So let's take a quick look at the score. You can see I picked up 3 points for Oath of the Moment. I did not kill a character, but I did have the center, and I did not fail morale. I did my second scramblers, but I did not get line breaker. He got his second scrambler, so I'll mark that he did not assassinate or raise. And then I'm going to pick up 10 on turn 3 for the primary. All right, we're going to turn 3, see what I can do. All right, the bloodbath has finally wrapped up, I think. This is the end of turn 3. If you're looking at the board here, we didn't talk about the brain bugs getting squashed by Gilliman in the last round of combat, so he was able to free to charge. He was able to charge that Maliceptor. It only had 1 wound left, so it died. We were able to shoot and kill all of the Hive Guard, and then the Chaplain charged in along with the Vitrix Guard and a couple shots from Multi-Melta and Grav to soften it up. They were able to kill it in combat, finish it off. We touched this bug over here. Captain on bike was able to kill some bugs in shooting and then charge that one to contest that objective and wound him a little bit. These guys move up on the objective. So basically I have all the objectives. Only thing Price has left is 2 lictors in reserve. They're going to be able to drop in, so we went ahead and put that guy down here. He's going to drop in and get deploy scramblers, but that's the end of the game. We'll tally up the score here in a second, but that's it. If you're watching, thanks so much. Like, subscribe, join, share with all your friends, but we'll see you next time. It was a great game.